In this video, we are going to do Unit 5, and after analyzing all the question paper, I have came across following 3 questions. That is, issue of epistemology, define and discuss epistemology. What are the significance of rationalism and empiricism in social research? What is empiricism with reference to idea of John Locke and David Hume? Epistemology is derived from epistemate, that is a Greek word meaning knowledge or understanding, and logia means science study. Epistemology answers questions like what is knowledge, various types of knowledge, what is real knowledge, source of knowledge, a scope of knowledge, and from where one can acquire knowledge. Epistemology is a branch of philosophy that tries to understand nature, source, scope, and limit of knowledge. The perspective adopted had metaphysical edge, that is basic description, and it is universal. Ontology plus epistemology is equals to research philosophy. History of epistemology have clear trend indicating that theories of knowledge stress its absolute permanent character. Following resistance, two main epistemological positions of theories of knowledge dominated philosophical inquiry into the theory of knowledge, namely empiricism and rationalism. Now let's discuss the two concepts of empiricism and rationalism that have emerged from epistemology after following Renaissance. Rationalism is a theory which holds that the mind may apprehend some truth directly without requiring medium of senses, knowledge attained through use of reason. Principal tenet of rationalism or logical thinking is that truth can be best discovered through reason and rational thought. It assumes that first, world is deterministic, and second, cause and effect holds for all events. These can be understood through sufficient understanding and thought. Source of knowledge is a priori, that means cause to effect, and sense experience is seen as confusing and tentative. Descartes have gave rationalist approach. We will also talk about him in chapter 6. He is the first modern thinker to provide a philosophical framework for the natural science. He excelled in maths. He attempts to arrive a fundamental set of principles that one can know a truth without doubt. He used methodological skepticism method. He gave example of dream that is not real or similar in sense. Cognito ergo sum, it means I think therefore I am. Descartes concludes that he can be certain that he exists using the sense of his body. At this stage he said that he is thinking thing and cannot be doubted. He gave limitation of senses known as wax arguments. Wax near a flame change characteristic but still being a wax. So it holds its characteristics. Sense told him that different character but mind told it same. Descartes proceeded to construct a system of knowledge discarding perception as unreliable and instead admitting only deduction as a method. He claims God have provided him a working mind and sensory system, and he thus established the possibility of acquiring knowledge about world based on deduction and perception. Empirics in England were against Descartes' pure metaphysical fact. Knowledge is justified, true belief, and can come in two ways, that is empiricism and rationalism. We have already discussed about rationalism. Now let's discuss empiricism. Empiricism views knowledge as the product of sensory perception. This theory holds that the origin of all knowledge in sense of experience in terms of also refers to the method of observation and experiment used in the natural sciences. Empirics brought into focus the body and experience as being the source of knowledge. Inventions and discoveries influenced the way the empirics developed the argument and established empirics tradition in social inquiry. Central principle of empiricism is that truth comes only from direct experience. Greek word empirical means imperia or experience. British empirics rejected theory of innate ideas, that is rationalism, as a reason, and argued that knowledge is based on both sense experience and internal mental experience, such as emotion and self-reflection. Three events transforming British societies were English Civil War, monarchy and feudalism was challenged, increased demand for individual rights and equality, and the third is growth of commerce and science, invention and discoveries. John Locke from sensation to reflection. He was concerned with materials out of which our knowledge is made. He wanted to examine the character and limitation of human knowledge. For example, child mind is a blank paper. All ideas come from actual experience. Mind has no innate ideas, but it has innate faculties. It perceives, remembers, and combines the ideas that come to it. Mind desires, deliberates, and will. Mental activities are source of new class of ideas. Experience is twofold. Ideas of sensation, of seeing, hearing, etc. Simple ideas where mind is passive. And second, ideas of reflection, which are thinking, believing. Reflection are more complex and active. Reflect our awareness of a mental experience. For relation between idea and object, one experience, Locke argued that objects have qualities which produce an idea in mind. Qualities such as primary and secondary. Primary are produced by the senses and secondary refer to bulk, hardness. Locke held that the extent of our knowledge is quite limited. Probable knowledge. We generalize things as we observe and it is not the true nature. As per Locke, we can achieve genuine knowledge only when we have clear ideas and can trace the connection between them enough to perceive their agreement and disagreement. Locke concluded that certainty is rarely within our reach and therefore we must often be content to probable knowledge or mere opinion. We adopt significantly reduced epistemological expectation. In Locke's theories, fundamental essence of the world was matter and mind was only a passive instrument, whereas in George Berkeley, his critic, placed mind first and asserted that things exist only when they are perceived by a mind. David Hume believed as a habit. He analyzed mental content of impression which are direct, vivid and forceful, product of immediate experience. Ideas are copies of original impressions. For example, color of tree is an impression, but memory of color of my grandmother's hair is an idea. We use our mental operation to link ideas to each other in one of the three ways, that is resemblance, continuity or cause and effect. Experience provides us with both the ideas themselves and our awareness of their association. Every idea is distinct and separable from every other. There is no self-evident relation. Hume argues that causal reasoning can never be justified rationally. In order to learn, we must suppose that our past experience bears some relevance to present and future cases. Truth of belief is not self-evident. It can change, so inference from past to future are never rationally certain. Thus, all belief as a matter of fact are fundamentally non-rational. For example, sun will rise tomorrow is a fact and sun rotate is based on my past experience that I have studied or I know. Please like, share and subscribe to Programming Nuts for further updates. And in next video we will talk about Unit 6, that is Philosophy of Science with reference to Francis Bacon and relationship between science, modernity and sociology.